Hey, Sven here. Week 24, here I am again with my weekly build diary, and this week I got a whole lot done. And that is exactly what I want to demonstrate and share with you today. Specifically, we have completely re-engineered and updated the actuators within the system once again, and for the very first time we have successfully incorporated and integrated a fully functional chat system. And I'm going to jump right into our virtual CEO here. When I begin the process of editing him, he first has a defined scope, a specific name, and is then carefully assigned to the various domains in which he is supposed to work. Then we have a wide range of different configuration settings regarding the role contract and the detailed system instructions. Then there's the option to delegate. That means if I'm chatting with him and he realizes he might need another agent, then he can pass this task on to someone else. Then there's also information about when he should be deployed in this specific area. We can easily add various skills. And down here, this is a very special and unique section that will certainly continue to grow over time. He is fully able, for example, to directly access the specific goals we have already defined here within the system. This allows for a much more comprehensive overview of the entire process and to perceive and understand them as goals so that he can then work in a completely different way in the interest of the company. Then I set the provider here, in this case now, Anthropic, and by default it's the simple model, right? In this case it's Sonnet. Opus would be the complex one, but I can also switch that in the chat itself. Then we also have the persona settings here, meaning how it should behave, and if it needs any additional information, imagine, for example, some strategy documents or something like that, then I can add them here as well, but for now, we'll leave it at that. Yes, and if I want to have a conversation with it, we now have the new chat menu here. Here you can see the old sessions, and by the way, this isn't completely finished yet, so if any errors occur, don't get upset. Virtual CEO, that's exactly the one. So I select it here. New session. Of course, I can search through the old sessions here. So here I select new session. Now up here we see the avatar, the name of the chat, and the status. And here I can switch between chat and inspector. We'll see in a moment what that actually means. And here we can now see the model. That means, for example, if I wanted to switch to Opus here, I would click on complex, and then nothing happens. Okay, yes, I already mentioned that. Actually, it just took a little while. No idea why that's the case now. So now it's set to Opus here, or to Sonnet, for example. And now, just like you're used to from other systems, I can start a chat. And what's still annoying here is white text on gray. Of course, that's also kind of hard to read. I still need to fix that. So now what? First it asks, hey, what's on your mind? When I say, who are you? Let's just ask it. And now basically it also knows what it can do. And as you can already see here you can see these settings that I just made in the agent, namely that it can, for example, set and track goals, draft, make decisions, and so on. Or I can say, let's ask it if it knows our vision, mission, and purpose. And of course it knows that too. It retrieves this from the settings here in the company settings. And I think that's a very, very important point. And just like you can see here, these questions and the corresponding answers, the AI agents that are in the system here, they know the entire company. Yes, and then let's try it. What are our current goals? For example, then it should be able to use this tool to, yes, you can already see here that it is executing get goals, and then it actually sees two goals. We will present that differently here, but the main point for now is to see that it is using these tools correctly in each case. And these two tools, the goals, the two objectives that were defined here, can also be recognized. And now I could do something really special, namely, it is not quite completely finished just yet, so I can only really give you a small hint at what it might be. For example, if I somehow just imagine for a moment that this is a specific result we have already worked out, and now I can continue working with this result by saying, for example, use this result as a goal or as an outcome, or use it for our knowledge base. That means everything that is created here can then be further processed accordingly. And just as it says here, use as goal or as outcome, I can then not only continue working with such results that arise in the chats, like for example a document or something like that, but I can also process them further within the logical context of the product, of the software here. And so I don't have to start from scratch. I don't have to do copy paste here and then copy it somewhere else. And when I create a goal, I don't have to take it out again. Instead, it is used directly here and filled in. Yes, so I think it's already quite well done. Here I can also take a look at the inspector. Then it takes a moment. And then it carefully analyzes and reads through all the specific details regarding the data session that we have just captured and recorded right here, provided it works. Ah, yes, there it is already. Okay, no skills used. It didn't need memory either. How many tokens? That obviously isn't being specifically built yet, but here in principle, we'll be able to see everything as well. Which model was used, how many tokens were processed, and so on. And the external connections, that's when, for example, we access Slack or email or anything else. So that means these capabilities will also be available to the agents here in the system. So I hope it was an interesting insight. And I'm already a bit excited myself for when this chat is finally finished. In my personal opinion, I think this really is a significant step in the right direction for how companies need to work with such AI operators. Okay, so that's it for now, and we'll continue again next week. Until then, bye and have fun.